Hello. Hi. This is really exciting for me because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's a podcast. As you know, I'm Lumberjack Allen, but this is Kay.
Rip.
Kay can play.
Hi, I'm KayCanPlays. I'm mainly known for doing his artwork and his videos. I'm more of an editor than I am a streamer.
Yep. Yeah, she does pretty much everything behind the scenes for me. All of the YouTube editing that you see is her. All the emotes, the art, anything that's artwork related, her. I rely on her a lot. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. All fun and games. Thank you for the host. How's it going, my friend? How are you, buddy? Thank you so much for that, host. So, before we get into talking about like ourselves and stuff, I'll just give there is a brief note on the side, but it's just mainly introductions, and then a lot of the stuff that Nintendo announced in their Nintendo Direct today, which is a lot. There is a lot of cool shit that is going to be happening soon, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might go off the rails. I'm expecting it to, but that's fine. So I guess for me, you guys know who I am, but personally, I've been streaming for about a year and a half. I've been trying to make this work, and the podcast part has been something I've been thinking about doing for a long time, especially because I've been watching a lot of like True Gaming's podcasts and like all their like the stream key and stuff. So I just figured, you know what, I want to try it.
Hey, quit looking through the window. Come here.
I guess one person we did forget to introduce, is real quick, Boogard.
This is Boogard.
We forgot to introduce Boogard, and I think he growled at us for forgetting to introduce him. So, say hello, Boogard. Oh, now he's scared.
Now you're okay. You're okay, buddy.
No, as podcasting has been something I've been wanting to do for a while, and mainly with this channel, it's going to be mainly... Puppy. Yes, exactly. Mainly with this channel, it's going to be a lot of, mainly gaming news, but also about cars, sports, just basically general hobby stuff. Every once in a while, I have someone on an interview, and we'll talk with them about their interests and stuff. So it's just going to be a general, hence why it's called the Whatever Cast. It's just going to be talking about stuff that's, either current or just whatever we feel like talking for that day. But mainly game news is what we're driven for because we're both gamers. Kay, I met pretty much
Almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago.
About a month off.
Yeah, and it was about a year after I came to Duluth. And ever since then we bonded like that, and we're best friends. And she's been my biggest support of doing streaming and stuff. And pretty much, yeah, and she has 2 dogs other than Boogard.
Boogard's the friendly one.
Boogard's the nice, friendly, cuddly one. And then she has another one named Marty.
Who's only cuddly to me.
Yes. And they're both named after hockey goalies. Or one's hockey players. One's a hockey goalie, one's a hockey defenseman.
One's a dead hockey defenseman.
Yes, one's a dead hockey defenseman.
I am the dead one. So a little more about Boogie. He's 3.5 roughly. He is actually my service dog. He helps me with my diabetes. So he has to be near me as much as possible, hence why he's in my lap, because he's a big baby. He mainly does his job while I'm sleeping, so it's not as needed during the day. So that's why he's able to be held and pet and stuff when he doesn't have his vest on. Like, if we're in public, he's definitely doing his job. Mm-hmm. But other than that, he's pretty good. Yeah. He loves everyone.
Thanks, Rooster, for the lyric. Appreciate it, buddy. And so and then the last thing, I guess, is that this is going to be every Wednesday. Hopefully, every Wednesday, and the general start time will be around this time, depending on whether we work or not. So it's going to be either between like 6 to like 8 p.m. or maybe later, depending. But it's going to be at least on Wednesdays. That is for sure. But okay, Kaya, now a little bit about you.
Oh, great! Yay! Other than editing, what I do, I groom dogs for a living. Hence why he actually smells good and isn't shedding right now. And then, like I said, I'm mainly editing and doing artwork and behind the scenes crud. What else? I don't know. I'm pretty boring.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Pokemon is Bulbasaur. If it's which side is it on? There he is.
And if you go on her channel and look
like
at it,
all
Bulbasaur.
Other than my artwork, which was done by someone else, I don't remember who, but boy, did they capture me pretty darn well.
Yes, they did. And most of the like birthday gifts or Christmas gifts I give her are Bulbasaur related. It's really easy to do. Okay, so pretty much Nintendo dropped a whole bunch of bombs today. A lot of great stuff that they've announced. If you haven't known about the Nintendo Direct, it's a really cool thing that they do where they just like talk about videos, or they release like 40-minute videos talking about like, you know, what stuff is coming up and like new DLCs or new games, new console, whatever, and they just talk about it. Just goes through a step-by-step process about, you know, what's going on in that game, and they slowly release new stuff for it. So I think the biggest one for me, like that I'm excited for on the Switch, is the remake of The Legend of Zelda, the original one. Because I played that a lot when I was younger, and I played it when they released like the ROM for the SNES. And I just love that game. It's really good, and I mean obviously it's the classic, but there's a lot of fun memories. So the fact that they're bringing it back to the Switch is really cool. I know what game you're excited for that they talked about, but I assume it's Pokemon.
Well, I'm excited for Pokemon, but I'm kind of disappointed with this release on the Pokemon today. But I'm more excited for Luigi's Mansion, about actually getting more information about it.
Yes, Luigi's Mansion is another great one. That's actually an interesting concept on that, because it's like
multiplayer.
It's multiplayer. There's and then there's like it's not really a mansion. It's a resort, a hotel resort.
Makes me think of Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, kind of a thing. I don't know, but like I like the idea of it. They haven't gone too far off the beaten path. There's still King Boo, and he's taking your friends, and you know.
Yet again, even more like Sunshine, because in the hotel episode, like level.
Oh yeah.
It is a hotel filled with ghosts and King Boo, so they're bringing back just stuff they've already done.
So I wonder if that already like
it.
Already some like backlore stuff. Is it the same thing from Mario Sunshine? I feel like it would be.
Isle Delfino.
Yeah. So what's cool about that game is that there's what they've told us, there's going to be a what is it, like Luigi or something like that? It's a doppelganger.
Pretty much Shadow Luigi.
Yeah, and it's basically kind of like you can either just, if you're playing by yourself, you can just switch between the two, kind of like any of the Lego games where you just switch between characters. And he just helps out doing like puzzles, and he does certain things like he can walk on spikes, he can like melt and go under doors, kind of a thing, and do stakeouts and stuff. Or if you're with a friend, your friend will play the doppelganger, and he will do all the other bits of the puzzle. And the other thing that was cool is that they gave Luigi like new tools. I think they did.
Yeah, more than just the vacuum.
Yeah,
and the flashlight.
Yeah, he can actually like do like attacks, I guess, with
like
the vacuum.
Attachments to the vacuum.
Yeah, like just like you know, you're turning your like regular cheap like college vacuum and turning it into a Dyson, pretty much.
If only he had to pay for a Dyson price.
All right. And then the other cool thing is there is a 8-player like puzzle scare tower thing that you can do.
Makes me think of like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, where you just kind of like are running up like different levels and different kind of puzzles that you have to get through, and you have like a timer. And if you don't make it to the end before the timer runs out, the game's over. But there was like some cool things they talked about. They were like, each level has its own different thing. So like in this,
jingle jangle.
Boogard.
Hey, buddy.
When you like, each level has its own thing. So it's like a desert theme, and there's like a pyramid in the hotel itself. So I was like, okay.
It's like a hotel, but in reality, it's Mall of America with a bunch of attractions on the inside.
Oh yeah, just like an endless amount of stuff. Yeah, like Luigi, that game is gonna be. I've always loved Luigi, and I'm not. I know it's not because I was like a younger sibling or whatever, and I just got stuck with Luigi.
Nah, he's the eldest.
I'm the oldest. I pick Luigi. Luigi's he gets the shit part of the deal, so I want to support Luigi. Let's see. Okay, so as Kay said, Pokemon came out with, or they released some stuff about the new Pokemon game. And why are you disappointed?
Because, one thing, they only released 2 Pokemon today.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, the thing they released about changing your character, of course they've been adding more to change your character, but they've been doing that for the last 3 games.
Right.
So it's time to open up a little bit.
Right.
Not just release something that they can't kind of go back on now.
Mm-hmm.
That they've been doing. And then also, one of the new Pokemon, it's a tea set.
Is it really?
It's a tea set with a ghost in it. And the ghost is tea. And then if it trusts the owner, its trainer enough, it'll let it drink some of it.
That sounds wrong.
But its name also, it's too close to other Pokemon names.
Yeah.
It's like Portuguese, and so it's like pouring tea, and it's too close to Sandygast and stuff. It's too close.
Also, I don't like that this trend that they're going on with like the past 2, this game and the Pokemon Sun and Moon, where they're just like taking like old Pokemons and just changing how they look a little bit. Like Weezing is literally like.
You mean the forms for different areas?
Yeah, like what is it?
This Galar versions, and then same with like Alolan forms.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
they're doing that to make people like the old Pokemon again.
Right,
because
but they took Weezing and slapped a fucking smokestack on top of him.
I think I dislike more the fact that they're just going so themed off of the area they're trying to copy.
Yeah, like it's not like.
So like, for Alola, there was so many like the Tapus. They're all just totems for the islands, and then there's Comfey, which is literally just a lei. Like, it's too much like where they're trying to portray that you are. Same with like this new one, they have a Yorkie, not a Yorkie, sorry, a corgi. They have the smokestacks that look like top hats.
Yeah.
They have the tea set.
Yeah, it's too. I agree with it. It's like that's what I liked about like the old Pokemon games. It wasn't like
a set style that they're going with. Every Pokemon was its own Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like go back to last year when they released all the sprite work for the 2nd gen, that they like all the hidden ones that they didn't put out, go back to those.
Right.
Like go back to your roots.
And then I will say, not to always only focus on the negatives. Some of the positives is that I like the open world aspect. I like that. I'm not. It's not stuck on just going on routes or whatever. Second off, I like that you don't necessarily have to interact with every Pokemon. Because it's like kind of open world, so that you see the Pokemon.
Same as like, hey,
let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I was almost saying, hey, you Pikachu, which that you saw all the Pokemon, but there was no battling really. But I love that game.
Yeah.
I still have the original mic set.
But see, I think that's a nice compromise, is that there is still battling with wild Pokemon if you choose to go into it. And then like you can.
Oh, you're all good.
Hello, Max. No, you're totally fine. You didn't.
You hear us hating on Pokemon right now.
Yeah. Like I said, we're trying to focus on the positives as well.
Okay, let me do one more negative, please.
Okay.
The fact that you can make 100 different combinations of the curry, but we don't have every Pokemon in the game.
That is actually something I do also don't like, or not like, is that you can't bring back like the old, you can't like, because the whole joy of Pokemon is that you got to like, you had like your Pokedex and you just would keep, every Pokemon you caught you would like keep bringing them up and up and up, and you had like the full set, and then now you release this and you can't get the full set. You know, it's a completely separate thing, and that is very annoying.
But then again, that's also why they're putting in the Pokemon Home, the Pokemon Home, so then you can still have all your favorites, and you can transfer between games if they're able to. And so then you don't lose them; they're there forever.
Yeah.
In the cloud.
Yeah, but okay. Also, sorry, I know I said we'd focus, try to get on the positive. One last, not necessarily negative thing, but just funny thing I noticed is that if you took everything that made Pokemon and took everything that made Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, that game, like if you took all the monsters out and just had the world, like fully edited just the world, and then ran a character model through that, you would not tell what game that was, because the world looks identical. Like identical. And I mean, I get it, it's probably the same engine and stuff and artwork and stuff, but it's just, I found that funny.
It's slightly different, but they're still trying to, because that's what everyone wants to play at this time in this decade. Mm-hmm. They want open world. Like,
yeah, it
switches each time. That's why there's different consoles with different things going on.
Yeah.
Because it's what's in style.
Whining Doggo wants his 2 minutes of, yeah.
Again? Come here, boo-boo.
This is, Max, you missed it. This is her puppy.
One of my puppers.
One of her puppers. His name is Boogard, named after, I can't remember.
Derek Boogard.
Derek Boogard, the former Minnesota Wild defenseman.
Yep. The protector.
Yep. He's a good boy. He's 3.5 years old, and he's been whining this whole time because I think we're not giving him enough attention.
Yeah, look how happy he is just sitting here. But he wanted down at first, but then I think he ran out of things to bark at through the window.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, so there's the open world aspect, which is nice. You can battle with your friends. You can also battle with there's like different gym leaders as well, like per game, like how they do like different sets of Pokemon with the game.
I don't think you want him in your chair.
No, this chair is too new for that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was replaced with Boogard, and my channel would do way better.
This is the Boogard show. He got a bath today, so he smells like blueberries and oranges.
He's a happy dog.
Happy boy.
Although I will say one thing about the trainers, one of them looks like just a generic, one of their sprites that they make, and then the other gym leader in the other game looks like a zombie horrified nightmare thing. Have you seen her?
You mean the one with the mask?
Is it a mask? I thought it was just
a mask, a white mask.
Yeah,
it's almost like a Shy Guy looking thing.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Nah, it's not too bad.
Also, the team name this year for this game is called Team Yell, and it's just clearly showing that they were running out of things to do.
Well, it's like the one for Pokemon Masters is like Pokemon Team Speak or something like that.
They're just...
Well, so the new bad team in reality is like you have a friend who's one of your rivals who's a pop star or something, or rock star, and they are jealous of you being close to her, and so they're pretty much groupies that aren't groupies. Mm-hmm. They're just crazy fans.
They're so one of the cool things is that some of the Pokemons can have like different like abilities, like they can
forms, they within can themselves.
They can switch and they have different types and different moves, so that's pretty cool. So that that would be helpful if you're going to a gym and then like, oh, you're not good with this type, change forms, and then whatever. And then I don't remember the name of it, but one of the Pokemons that can change form
is Hungry.
is perpetually hungry all the time, and that is me. I am perpetually hungry all the time. Like, all the time. Because last night, I literally had like a full like Taco Bell like dinner like that I made.
Oh, Lord.
Or not made, but like that I ordered. And then as I was leaving, the dude was like, "Hey, do you want a free Taco Bell burrito?" And I was like, "Yes, I like food, thank you." And I ate it like after I had already like I was full. And yes, cheesy pleasy. And it was their cheesy bean burrito.
Yeah.
And it was good because it was free, but I would not recommend that burrito normally. I don't like their beans normally. But okay. But yeah, I really like that aspect of it. I think he's had enough. Let's see. Nintendo also announced that they were bringing Overwatch to the Switch, which I like Overwatch. I've played Overwatch a lot. I don't know if I'd play it for the Switch though. Mainly because I just don't know like how it's gonna get received and stuff, and it's just like Overwatch is already on like so many things. Like I already have it for the PC. I wouldn't necessarily buy it again.
Yeah, I'm not into those battle royale games.
It's not a battle royale.
It's a shoot 'em up too.
Yeah,
I'm not into shoot 'em ups either.
Yeah.
I'm very RPG, JRPG.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are.
Story based. I like Persona is my.
Didn't they announce a Persona?
No, Persona.
No, not
no.
Persona. They announced something else. I didn't.
That was like the.
I feel like Overwatch on Switch for people who can live like 5 seconds without Overwatch when they're basically that's what it is. Just if
Overwatch on the go.
Yeah, if you can't handle your Overwatch on the PC and you need it, yeah.
Okay, back to on the go.
Uh-huh.
Mario Kart.
Oh, right. They announced Mario Kart for the phone. So you can have Mario Kart on the Android and iOS, and it's pretty cool. It's like the events, you can race in like different cities, and there's different like city.
Those happy squeaks.
Yes.
Anyway, so another little background bit about me. I used to play Mario Kart in like professional league.
Yeah.
And I was a true Major League gamer with Mario Kart. I started with Double Dash. You having a good time there, bud?
Oh, Boogard. Squeeze me.
Bud, come here. You want to show me your toy? No? He has a rainbow ball. Sit, please. Good boy. No, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's been taken over by the dog.
This is just Boogard's show, and we're just talking over Boogard. But I didn't know much about. I don't know much about the Mario Kart, but I do know it's. I do know that you can like get like different like carts and characters and unlock them all through racing and stuff. And I'm not sure if it's just like
It might be a level system.
I'm pretty sure it's a level system, and I think you can do online like race with other people and stuff like that. So he's just gonna dig it out.
Hey, leave it. You know better. You never go through a woman's purse. That's rude. He gave me a death glare.
Like dogs actually understand that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting, especially if it's like you get to like go around the world and like different tracks for like different cities and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool.
Different strokes for different folks.
Exactly, pretty much. Oh boy. Okay.
I'm here for comic relief, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, no, you're providing a lot of stuff. Don't sell yourself short. Secret of Mana, or not? Sorry, of the Mana series, they're remaking Trial of Mana, which is also really good. I like the Mana series. You like Children of
Mana.
You like Children of Mana. I like Secret of Mana.
I like both. I have both, but
really.
Mm-hmm. I actually found my DS copy recently. I was just like,
I'm surprised you haven't just been playing it all the time.
I don't know, my DS is.
You found one aspect of the game, but you haven't found the other part.
When you're redoing a house, you lose everything until you find it again.
That is true.
Everything's just in the bins.
Mm-hmm. In the bins.
In the garage.
In the garage. In your bathroom.
In my car.
In your car.
Okay, all the dishes are in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I swept it recently.
Oh, nice.
That's why I showered.
She's...
Welcome back.
Hello, Max. Oh, you tried to post a link.
Oh, no.
I think he was trying to... I think he has a clip of Bugard just going...
Clip.
Yep. It's probably a clip of Bugard going absolutely bonkers. Yeah, just send it to me and I'll post the link, Max. But yeah, it's probably just him going absolutely apeshit with the...
With the squeaker.
Yeah.
Those are his favorite toys. We have like 8 of them at my house. Just all the puff balls with the giant squeakers because you can puncture them and they'll just keep...
LJ knows me. Yeah. You don't worry, on Friday I'll be playing a horror game again and you'll have a lot more of your clips. I am pretty sure it's Bugard. I mean, what else would it be?
Why wouldn't it be? There's no point in it not.
I have to do it on this one. Whatever. Yep. Call it.
I can pull the squeaker back out. I just put it in my bag. If that's what you really want.
If we're just a distraction to what you guys really want.
And the adorable dog. Oh, by the way, our subtle, not subtle sub.
Yeah. Thank you, Subway.
Sub.
As you guys know, it is the subathon month or whatever, and
Subs are half off.
Subs are Subs are half off. You definitely don't have to sub. This is not a please sub to me.
It's more the fact that we ran out of time and we were hungry, so the closest restaurant's Subway.
Yeah, and it was just ironic that we came back and then hit go live and we're like, oh, we have Subway. Sub member,
please tell.
What's that? Please tell. Well, if you have Twitch is partnered up with Subway and they will
for the second year.
Last year was Arby's.
No, this said that Subway was last
it?
year. Yeah, it started last year. The year before was Arby's.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Oh.
Aww.
Thank you, man. You definitely didn't have to do that, but I deeply appreciate it. And we're one step closer to new emotes provided by Kay. I actually already have one planned out because it was...
I made like 8 of them.
Yeah. Now I just need the sub count to release them all. Thank you, Max, so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, basically of the Mana series, they're remaking Trial of Mana. I keep wanting to call Secret of Mana as the game itself, but it's not.
Like banners? I haven't had a chance. Well, I did your banner, didn't I?
You did my...
I did your art.
You did my art.
Your channel art, and then what's your banner? I don't remember. Isn't it just the words?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the banner is, but...
Yeah, I can do banners. I do a little bit of everything except for animation.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much any of if you need any artwork stuff, she can do it. She's the one who did she changed my sub emote, or not emote,
your tier list.
The honor badge. There we go. Changed it to a more appropriate thing for me than just horses. With the axes. I like the axes way better. It just makes more sense. So yeah, she's really good with the art stuff. I don't even bother. I'm just like, Kay, could you please do this for me?
My thing with my art, though, is I'm very subjective. I need you to tell me exactly what I want. I want you to show me examples of what you want, and then I can combine them together within an idea. And I'll always give you a draw-up of the idea before I go through with it.
Mm-hmm. She's very thorough. Also, there's one thing I do want to just side rant just because I saw it over. Acer, your browser is basically...
Oh, yeah, no, that's not me. It's a True affiliate.
Oh, right, yeah. I just got it from True and just slapped it on there. I forgot what it was. But, so, it's a common, computer, they do, cases and stuff. They announced that they're releasing this 14 grand, like, metal steel like layout, which has like a mechanical recliner and like 2 screens in front of you, and you like just sit like this in this like metallic hull.
It's like that the South Park meme of the chubby guy going like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
In front of his computer, or else it's the same thing as the movie WALL-E.
Yeah, it's turning into WALL-E, and my thing with that is that if you're already paying $14, it doesn't come with a PC. It does not come with monitors. That's just automatic.
Oh, whoops.
There was a movie with Bruce Willis with those. Yeah.
Oh, Red.
Was it Red?
I think it was Red. Retired and Extremely Dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I think
it was because he was with one young guy and he was like a computer nerd stuck in his basement.
Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah, but so it's you're paying $14,000 and you're not getting any monitors, no PC, no mic, no anything.
It's just the setup.
And I think that is the most useless. If I'm paying $14,000, I want everything with it. I want my mic, I want my mouse, I want my camera, I want my PC, I want the monitors, I want it all set up. And yeah, that's pretty much. But yeah, like. No, it's not that. He's saying it's not that movie.
Oh.
Everyone's staying in their house and control their androids. I don't remember that movie.
I remember the movie. I just don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, in the movie. Yeah, I don't remember that movie.
I've seen it. I just don't remember. Oh, hold on. Man of the house is asking for if he needs to make me food or not.
No, because we got food from Subway. Just kidding. Sorry. Stop. I don't remember that movie. Was it one of his like side project movies, or was it in that?
Surrogates.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
I don't remember. I don't think I've seen that movie. I probably should. I do like Bruce Willis.
I like my action movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like shoot 'em ups, but I like action.
Yeah, I think if you're paying $14,000 for something and it doesn't involve the full thing that it should have, there's no point of it. Okay.
A new emote?
Oh, nice. I shall...
Is it this?
Is it the Subway S?
Is it like Bitcoin?
Okay, I'll check it out. Because all I was saying is just there was a stupid thing that I saw as I was looking up news. I
got my computer from frickin' Best Buy off of someone that they returned it, so it was an open box, but they never used it. That's what I got.
I highly recommend this is again not a brand deal or anything, but if you need like a laptop or computer ready, go to Best Buy first and buy their open box. Like if you find an open, I was in the store in the cities, and I didn't buy it mainly because I realized I didn't need it.
No, you already have this thing that you bought earlier this year.
Yeah, that's a hunk of beast, and it was a gaming PC that has like the newest i7 processor with not quad core but 8 core, so it's super fast. It had 16 gigabytes of RAM, had a 2 terabyte hard drive with like 256 solid state. It had an NVIDIA, like, I believe it was the 270 in it. It was like just decked out for gaming, and it cost normally about like $1,500, and they were selling it for $800, and I almost was like, yeah, sure, can I just BRB? Let me go get the cash. But
the only thing I'm spending $800 on is one of those tablets that have an actual screen on it.
Right.
I can't wait to find one of those on sale.
I will say that the reason why I was going to do that was like those 270s, NVIDIA 270s, literally cost like $750 if you just bought one. And it's like $850 for the whole thing. I was like, yeah, that's a really good deal, but I'm too broke.
Too broke from paying me? What?
Oh yeah, you charge up the ass right now.
Oh yeah, totally.
She does not. She's very reasonable. What else did Nintendo? Nintendo also announced they announced a new Smash character, and they released a Crash Bandicoot character, not Crash Bandicoot.
Banjo's open today.
Banjo-Kazooie came out today.
You can bet your ass. I'm playing it when I get home.
Surprised you don't already have it.
Well, I was at work.
I know.
I already paid for the whole group.
Open box deals are the best. Like, I don't think I've ever bought a laptop full price. One time I bought a laptop full price, and it was a mistake because the motherboard literally fried a year later.
I bought a brand new laptop, and then a year later I traded in for my Mac, which was open box.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think other than that, I don't think I've ever bought like hardware new other than phones. But that's just like I get like the upgrade system.
Well, yeah, I think everyone does at this point.
Yeah, other than phones, I never bought anything new really.
I like how I convinced Best Buy to give me a brand new screen for the open box price. Don't ask me how I did that. I'm pretty sure you just had the hots for me. Best Nintendo game of all time.
Patrick!
Hello!
Thank you so much. Out of nowhere, he didn't even chat, just like, subscribe. What up, buddy?
Would you like a fruit snack? They're shaped like little buns.
Hey, Boogie.
Is there a doggy outside?
How's it going, Patrick? Thank you so much for the subscription. He has an apple. Thanks, though. Of course.
Apple.
Boogie has gone berserk. I think he saw another puppy.
Oh, you should have seen it when there was a dog walking by my car. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It was like
I've never seen him growl before.
He wasn't growling. He was doing this, but like also scratching the door.
Let's see it, I think.
Well, I figured that much.
But yeah, so
Don't tempt me.
They announced that Banjo-Kazooie was coming to Smash, and then they announced a guy I've never heard of until Kay explained it to me.
Terry.
He's
pretty much a... Oh.
My apple's green. Ooh.
Sorry, mine's blue. It's close. Anyway, Terry is pretty much from a game Anyway.
It was like some Fury.
Anyway, it's like it's a more story-based Street Fighter.
Yeah.
From a system that's most people haven't heard of, which is a Neo Geo.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for the Neo Geo because it was released at the same time as the SNES, and it just did not do well.
I think that's why they're porting it. Because they're porting his game into the SNES bundles. You know how they're selling the games now, the ports.
Yeah.
They're adding that to the Switch. A lot of that is. Is your Apple envious too?
Oh boy.
So that made me instantly think of, because I'm showing Kyle Assassination Classroom.
What?
It's an anime.
Oh.
Anyway,
I've never heard of that.
Well, okay, people in the know call it ass class.
Okay.
Anywho, that Apple, the envious makes me think of Kuro Sensei when he's like cocky and his whole face turns green with stripes.
She's a weeb.
I am. I'm a closet weeb.
You are not a closet weeb.
Mm-hmm. I don't wear it.
I
don't dye my hair funky colors. I don't talk about it all the time. It's not my sense of being. No, I think Pokemon.
I think by closet.
And dogs.
I think by closet. Actually, I like how you're like, I'm not a weeb, but I don't wear it, as you're wearing a Bulbasaur shirt.
That's not weeb. That's nerd.
Thank you, Patrick.
My entire channel is Bulbasaur. My bedroom, Bulbasaur. Just everything. I used to have a Bulbasaur on my phone, but he broke. Now I have an owl. Let's see here. On my bag, I had a Bulbasaur hanging off of it.
You used to. I gave.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Pat.
My favorite from. So I approve. My favorite from the first gen was always, and she'll forever be Charmander. He's just so cute.
I can still take you out, so it's okay.
The lost train of thought. Yeah, Terry's coming to Smash. I wonder if he's just going. I'm wondering if he's just going to be like a Ryu clone or not Ryu.
No, he's not going to be an Echo Fighter.
He's not.
No, he has moves that are specifically him, but.
I'm not going to go in the whole debate about Echo Fighters.
Yeah, I know you. I know how you feel about him. Hey, I don't think so. Do I need to get the ball out? I just reach for it and he gets excited.
So, also, one other thing that I was excited for, that wasn't, it's not Nintendo related, but I just, again, looking at it was a game.
Spyro!
Yep, Spyro's coming to Steam, or it came to Steam, I think. They released the whole trilogy to Steam, and I played the...
I will stream it, even though I'll probably take my camera off, and maybe that will help my stream.
Yeah.
If I take the camera off.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so excited. Okay, so mainly the podcast is just whatever's in the news and what's going on when it comes to video games, sports, cars,
pretty
stuff
much
like that,
like,
stuff that comes up.
Yeah, like just hobby stuff that we're interested in. It's not going to be anything like super serious in the sense of like topics. Like not
Can't do serious.
No. We're not serious people. And generally it's going to be Wednesdays, and it's going to be roughly at this time period.
Whenever I'm done with work on Wednesdays.
And that's between 5 and whenever.
Work is between 5 and 6. Well, 4 and 6.
I was about to say whenever you're...
Yeah, whenever I'm done, and then an hour later.
Yeah.
When I'm done with work, and add an hour.
It's mainly because she's a dog groomer, and she has to wait for the owners to come and actually pick up the dog.
Yeah, I was waiting an extra half an hour for this guy to pick up his dogs today. He's lucky he tips me $50, so I don't hate him. And I love his dogs. They're so sweet.
Because Patrick said since we... bust a move. What is the best Nintendo game ever? Or all time? Now, are we talking like series, one-offs, specific game within a series? Like, there's a whole... If we're going series, Legend of Zelda for me. By far.
I would still say Mario.
Really?
Just because of how much it brought out.
That's true. Mario was... It wasn't Legend of Zelda that...
Single game. Okay. Single game, but any game made by Nintendo. So specifically Nintendo.
Okay, if we're going by like, I do have a few. Okay, so we're gonna go with Super Mario, or not? Yes.
Super Mario World.
Super Mario World is a good one. Super Mario 3 was good because of like what it did for the gaming community.
That was almost everyone's first game in our day and age.
Or for Nintendo. Oh, that would be easier.
Okay,
actually.
any console.
For
any Nintendo console.
Yeah.
What's yours?
But I hate to. Man, I kind of want to say.
Can we do by generation?
How about I think let's take feed on Patrick. We'll do one for each console.
Well, specifically Nintendo consoles.
Yeah, specifically for Nintendo consoles.
Oh no, I have it. I play it like at least once a month.
I played that game so much.
I have it. Like I have a whole drawer of what I have like maybe 75 currently in N64 games.
Okay, so let's do that.
By the way, I am much older than I look. Anyway,
we're both 23.
Shh, they don't even know my age. I'm a vampire. You can't know that. Hence my reverse.
So we'll start with Ness and go.
You look at least 7. I'm 5.5.
I'm actually not technically 7.
Yeah, he's not even 7 yet.
I'm 5 3/4. Thank you very much. I'm a leap year baby. I'm turning 6 this year, so.
Yeah. Aww. Dad. Can we refer to you as Dad for the streams now?
I don't know if you'd like that.
I'm asking.
Okay, so we're gonna go through NES all the way up. I believe the original Legend of Zelda was NES and not
Papa. You prefer Papa?
I believe original Zelda was NES and not SNES. I believe that was the case.
Yeah, it was NES.
So we're gonna go original Zelda for me on the NES.
It was, yeah. Thank you, Pat.
It was NES. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I won't do that. I'll do Papa.
How about you?
Fuck. Okay, for original NES.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. Okay.
Final Fantasy.
And then
On who?
Nah, way better. On me, I definitely have the better game.
No, he's saying there's better games than what we chose.
I mean that's so. I mean it's whatever you feel like. I mean.
Oh, better games than Zelda?
Okay, that's fair. I'll take it. For SNES.
SNES Super Mario World.
Or Super Mario 3 or Super Mario World. I think both would be.
Super Mario World's better. There's a lump in my hair. I give up.
Okay, what came up with it?
So the N64. Or do you want to call Game Boy? Because if it's going Game Boy, then you have to say Pokemon.
Yeah, Game Boy's Pokemon.
Oh, Mario 3 was on the NES.
Oh, Mario 3 was on the NES?
Yes.
Oh, then never mind. Mario 3. Sorry, that was... I thought it was SNES. No,
SNES was Super Mario World and like Tetris Attack with Yoshi.
Oh, then yeah, okay. So I'm changing my NES Super Mario 3 and yeah, okay. Yeah. Super Mario 3 for NES, Super Mario World for SNES.
I still for NES I still call Final Fantasy because it was the opening to
Link to
yeah,
the
Link to the Past is wonderful. Yes, it is.
I fully agree.
Like we love the Zelda series. Yeah. We really do. It did have Mario All-Stars, but I wasn't a huge fan of that.
I liked it. I thought it was good. I
wasn't the biggest fan. But yet again, so back to Tetris Attack with Yoshi out for the SNES. There was actually a port with Pokemon for the N64. It's literally the same exact game, just with a different...
Was NES... No, GoldenEye was 64.
GoldenEye was N64.
I believe it was N64.
GoldenEye
It might have been on the NES, though. Like, they might have done, like...
it was super high-tech.
It had Mario 3 on it. Oh, okay.
Anyway, so there's two games that are exactly the same, just with a different cover-up. So originally it was Tetris Attack on the SNES with Yoshi and gang, which was like characters from Yoshi's story and Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
And then for the N64, it's Pokemon Puzzle League. Pokemon Puzzle League is exactly the same exact like.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
What?
I missed
Earthbound. Well, you gotta remember that when we were young, we didn't even know Earthbound existed.
I mean, yes, it was. Yeah, N64 and for SNES. Technically, it did not come to America until like.
It was after 2000s.
Yeah.
It was Japan only, and Mother 3 didn't even get released at all in the United States, and so you have to go off of pure ROM hacks.
Yeah. It was out there, yes.
Yet again, but
You played it as a game. Alright, well, maybe we're wrong. But,
it wasn't released to the US until after 2000, so that was way after it actually was released. Yeah, but there's still... it was ported wrongly. Like, a lot of them, you couldn't play it unless you knew Japanese or someone hacked it to change the text.
So, okay, so if... I don't know if we... Okay, so if we're doing Game Boy, then yeah, it was Pokemon. 1995. Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, okay, 1995.
Anyway, so yeah, if it's Game Boy, we say Pokemon.
Definitely, I mean, without question. Technically there was like, what, Super Mario 2, or Super Mario Brothers 2, or whatever, and that was a port, I think, actually, for Game Boy.
Bomberman for Game Boy.
That was actually pretty...
That was a good one.
Game Boy Camera, that was a good one. I never got into the early Zeldas and stuff, but the new one looks amazing. It is amazing. I'm just gonna jump. Well, I'm not gonna jump ahead. I don't. But so yeah, for Game Boy, we're both in agreement that it was Pokemon. For N64, that's a tough one.
N64?
That is a tough one.
For me, it's a mix between Smash and Mario Kart.
Hey, no, Boogie. Smash, definitely. Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. Okay, so I love that's my favorite of the Zelda series.
I'm gonna bite. I'll refrain.
He hates it.
He
hates it.
I don't. Okay, hate's a strong phrase.
Because you don't like scary things, and it is a very scary game when you're little. When it came out for us.
I will also. She's a good one here.
And oh boy, you should see me play the randomizers.
GoldenEye is definitely up there for me.
That's up there.
Actually, well, I mean, I don't know if I, you've already threw me under the bus. I didn't like both. I didn't like either Legend of Zeldas that came out for the 64.
I feel like it's more the fact that later on you didn't like it because they didn't age well, and I remember that's what you've been telling me is that to you they didn't age well, but.
Yeah. I say for N64 it was either Super Mario Super Mario 64 or GoldenEye. I can't really pick one. If I had to, if it was like life or death situation, I guess I would go Super Mario 64 because that's the one that I actually played the most of.
So the thing with Star Fox 64 is I don't hate it. I don't. I love what it started. But Star Fox is not as good as Super Mario 64, and there's a couple of reasons. One, they didn't do the camera right with Star Fox.
Okay.
They really didn't. With Super Mario 64, it was the first time they ever had a roaming camera.
Yeah.
And when they betaed it, a lot of people didn't understand how the camera was moving or why was it not just stuck. Right. And that's why they put in the Lakitus for people to understand that, hey, that's controlling the camera. You just have control of that character at the same time. And
that's why that's why the whole game is just like, okay, I know, listen, this is weird. Chill. Like with all the toads and stuff, like calm down. It's okay. We'll get through this together.
It opened up a lot to the gaming community. Did you open up Google?
I didn't open up Google. My phone's freaking out.
Hey Google.
No.
Fuck are you?
No.
I yelled at Alexa today at work.
I'm sure you did. You yelled at a lot of things.
Well, Alexa, like my boss kept saying, Alexa, pause, and it wasn't doing it. I was like, hey, Alexa, shut the fuck up, and it worked.
It only understands anger.
I was right next to it.
You ever played Mario Party?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, says.
That's pretty much MS Paint on steroids with stamps.
Mario, yeah. I also actually, speaking of I saw Mario Paint. I saw it as Mario Party. Mario Party for N64 was really good.
I have that one too. We need to have an N64 night. I have a.
The music thing was great. Did you ever? I'm sure you have. Did you ever see that video that someone did of Mario Paint where they did like the Nickelback song and they had like Mario playing and he's like it stops every once in a while and it's just Mario going, no, please, don't.
Yep, yeah, because it came with a mouse controller.
What?
The Mario Paint, it came with a controller and the printer.
Oh.
A specific printer.
I didn't know that.
Fun story. Did you know that there was, for Snap, originally, there was a connector for it, so you could take it to Blockbuster and print out your photos that you took in Pokemon Snap?
Really?
Oh, yeah, they're for sale every once in a while. Like, last one I saw was like $2,000, and you can't even buy the paper for it anymore. I'm pretty sure you can find something that fits, but I remember doing that like 3 or 4 when that was out, and I took so many photos. I would print out so many.
There's a lot I missed as a kid, apparently. Mm-hmm. I didn't.
So did Kyle, though. He did. His first system was the Xbox One.
Well, I will say that I think I did have the N64, and I did have games for it, obviously, like the common games. But I did also live not in like a mean way, but like I did live in like a controlled environment, and so I didn't get to play as much of like the fun games.
Oh yeah.
I just had the Game Boy camera and the stick. Oh my god, that's amazing! I did know about that, and that is,
My My favorite hidden gem of Nintendo's like hidden stuff was the e-reader for the Game Boy Advance. Yeah. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Because you could literally get Pokemon from the cards that you collected. Boy, do I have a fuck ton of cards.
So this is actually an interesting one, the next one, which is GameCube. Because my first instinct is to go Wind Waker. However, technically Wind Waker was not...
It wasn't received well until later on.
Yeah, so
let me explain why that happened.
No, I know exactly why. Yeah, I know exactly.
Because they, at a release, Tales of Symphonia was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I had Tales after, like, my first game, RE4. my first game for the GameCube was Wind Waker, and my second was the love of my life, which was Double Dash.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Double Dash. And that pretty much skyrocketed my career with playing Mario Kart.
So
you don't want to play against me in Mario Kart.
I don't like playing against you.
He doesn't like playing games with me anymore. Especially Nintendo games.
I do love Wind Waker in the Legend of Zelda series. However, I will be perfectly honest with you, I didn't necessarily play it until later on. So my favorite...
Oh, Animal Crossing. That's my answer. Animal Crossing. For GameCube.
Okay.
The original Animal Crossing.
Okay. I like Harvest Moon, but again, that was a game I actually didn't really like until later, and I didn't really fully appreciate until Stardew Valley, actually.
See, I was obsessed with Harvest Moon back in the N64 for Harvest Moon 64.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first Harvest Moon, but it's the one that stands out in everyone's minds as Harvest Moon. Like,
I mean, I knew, like, Harvest Moon existed, like, back then, but, like, I didn't, like, fully appreciate the game for what it was worth and what it brought until I played Stardew Valley. But for the N64, for me, Super Mario Sunshine. Absolutely. I played so many, like, that game is amazing.
It did open up, it did show a good world of...
Yeah.
Well, not in my mind, but it's a big one for me. Which one?
Was
that Harvest Moon?
Yeah. I'm assuming it was Harvest Moon.
So yeah, like, game series that changed my life. Mario Kart, Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Zelda.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Nintendo.
Oh, Harvest Moon 64.
Yeah.
I speedrun that, by the way.
100%
speedrun.
Stardew Valley is the evil crack of video games. My whole family in Stardew Valley Rehab thanks to me. I was playing Stardew. He found me on Stardew.
I'm not the biggest fan of Stardew Valley, but I understand the appeal to it. And I understand why the guy made it, just because it's a better...
with, like, your... Oh, wow.
And, yeah, the ending is actually in year 2, if you didn't know that. It's in the summer of year 2. And your kid quits growing after year 4, I think. The kid stays the same age.
So, yeah, I'd say for me it was... And then... So, after Game Boy... Or not Game Boy. GameCube.
Wii.
The Wii. We would like to play. I remember those ads.
I remember the ad.
The ads were amazing for the Wii.
Oh, you only friended Kai? Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not even your wife?
Oh.
Your wife wasn't at your party?
But yeah, I love those, like, Wii ads. Because it's just like... So it's just like... Because it's just like those, like... The Nintendo businessman going up to your house and being like, we would like to play.
And then they're like, they have it in a case for you. And then the whole...
She might have been.
She might have been.
Who's to say?
Was your child there?
No. So we got a Wii when my son was maybe 4 years old, and nobody could beat him at the boxing game.
That was like Coben.
Yeah.
Because of all his anger.
Coben's her brother.
Coben's my little brother. So by little brother, I mean like 5 years younger. Like little. My family's very spread out. Mm-hmm. My older brother's 6 years older than me, and my little brother's 5 years younger than me.
Don't think... he didn't have a kid. Or he doesn't think he had one.
Oh, yeah, because it's really hard to get the kid by the second summer.
Really?
It is damn near impossible. But of course, there's a secret. If you want to know the secret, I can tell you.
There's a secret.
It's a secret.
So for Wii, jokingly, I always say Wii Sports is my favorite game.
No, but that was my favorite.
Because that is like, it is like one of the best selling games technically, because it just sold with the console.
Boy, Pat, you're spread out.
What? See, I have, my siblings are 8 years younger and 10 years younger than me, so they're clustered together, and then I'm just the outlier. Dude.
So Pat, let me let you in a secret. So if you take your dog within the first month into the bar and show Karen it 50 times, her heart will go up every 50.
Ooh, Final Fantasy Crystal. I hear that.
I love that. Yep. So you can get her as your wife right off the bat. But if you want the final ending, like the good ending with everyone at the party, you have to become friends with all the girls and get all of their stuff before you give Karen the blue feather. But not everyone needs full heart to have their event, their picture event. A lot of them only need green or higher.
Okay, so I jokingly say Wii Sports for Wii, just because.
Yes and no.
I played a lot. I played so many hours of Wii Sports, especially like Wii Tennis. You could not touch me on Wii Tennis. I kicked at There's very few games where I say I'm really good at. Wii Tennis, I kick ass.
Pat, go to the vineyard and down to the basement of the winery, and you can just drink nonstop there. You only have to drink 26 times, and you'll always win the event for New Year's. Pro strats with K.
You can start your own podcast.
I'm not into games that people actually like.
Well, you would definitely have at least Patrick there all the time, because he seems to be in the same. So yeah. Okay.
I have a complete run through for every single Persona game to get it 100% within the time limit.
Of course you do. But honestly, I will say The Legend of Zelda for Wii. No, actually, no. I'm sorry.
No, Skyward Sword sucked.
No, for Wii? That wasn't Wii.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was Twilight. It was Twilight Princess.
No, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker were GameCube. Oh. It's just that they also re-released it for the.
Oh yeah, it was technically Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword was the Wii release.
Okay, I only played Twilight Princess on.
Twilight Princess.
On the Wii. So, but no, for me.
Right-handed Link FML.
It was I didn't really have a Wii.
Both were you talking about? Both had Twilight Princess.
It was actually Super Mario Galaxy. That game is so good. I love that game.
Back to series that best of all time, Mario.
Yeah.
Mario.
They definitely do have a more consistent game. Yeah,
thank you, GameCube. I agree, but so the difference between the Wii one and the GameCube one is the GameCube's the correct one. Because Link is left-handed. In the Wii one, they switched all the maps around, so he'd be right-handed because most people are right-handed.
I don't know.
So correct is the GameCube one. The more you know.
I feel like I should just have that as a thing.
Not the whatever cat. Yeah, literally the entire thing is flipped.
Wow, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. It makes sense though.
And that's why when they made the Wii U revision, they used the GameCube one. They HD remastered the GameCube version, not the Wii version.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but either way, it's Super Mario Galaxy. That is a really good game. I love that game.
As a press suggest Link. I know, because if they reversed Link, they'd have to do all new art for him.
Yeah.
They'd have to do a whole nother body. module, and that was a lot of effort for them apparently.
I mean, it would be.
And also, it actually got people to rebuy the game, so then they could try to do the same thing but backwards. See if people could figure it out.
Oh.
Pikmin was good.
Pikmin's
good. It's also in my heart. About how many different Nintendo consoles there have been. Yeah, I know they still had the flip him, but they just literally took everything and went instead of making a whole new module.
There is a lot of Nintendo consoles if you really think. Actually, we technically missed one, the DS, if we wanted to.
Well, we haven't. Well, yeah, DS and Wii came out really close together.
Okay, so what about DS then?
For DS, oh shit. We gotta think on this one. As I like so many DS games.
I'm pretty sure it would just be like continuously. I think it would just be safe to say for the handheld, it's probably going to be Pokemon.
Probably. Because that's where Pokemon blew up, was in the DS.
Well, I mean, plus it's the only way to get Pokemon is the handhelds.
Well,
except for now with the Switch, but technically that's also a handheld. We have whatever. Okay.
Yeah, DS and Pokemon are what blew each other up. It's what made the DS as great as it was. That's why they have like 5 games, not including the dungeons or the Rangers or the Conquest. That's minus those, just main story games.
Yeah.
There's like 5 of them. They're just for the DS. Wait, let me see. Look at Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, White, Black, Black 2, White 2. There is 8.
So yeah, I think we'll just leave out the handhelds and just chop it up to Pokemon.
Because he didn't really have the handhelds like I did.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
Yes, it was with the little pen.
Yes.
It still is. They still make games for it. And they're all shit.
So then after the Wii was the Wii U, which didn't do well.
Mario Maker.
Was that technically Wii U?
That was Wii U.
I thought that was made for the Switch and
No.
released on the Wii U.
No. Yo, you're gonna Google this, aren't you? You don't believe me.
I do believe you.
The blue, gold, leaf, green, heart, gold, and Y. Yeah. I have every single game, including the Japanese-only ones. I like my RPGs. You're thinking of Super Mario Maker originally was just for the Wii U.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Because it came out like 4 years before the Switch even came out.
Right, but no one played it until it was I literally didn't know that was a game until the Switch.
Did you even have the Wii U?
No.
Yeah, see, that explains a lot.
Well, I mean, I knew a lot of the games that were coming out for the Wii U. I just never heard of Mario Maker.
No, it came out, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's number 2 for the Switch. It's the second one.
So...
Don't tell me on Nintendo.
So Wii U, I never had a Wii U, honestly. But if I was to pick one, I would probably be the Mario Kart or the Smash for that game. If I had to pick one.
I hated that they crossed the Smash with DS.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
I sold my copy of the DS one like 2 months after getting it. I couldn't play it on the DS. It was too much.
Yes, it was. Breath of the Wild is a Wii U game.
Not originally. They put it out for both. It's meant for the Switch, but they put it out for both of them at the same time, so then people could still play the new Zelda game without having to buy the Switch.
You only had the Smash on the 3DS. Okay.
I couldn't play the 3DS one. I tried when I was in college. I was in a lot of groups for Smash because I used to be good.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have my Wii U, and so then I was playing on the DS while everyone else was playing on the Wii U, and it sucked. So yeah, you linked it to the console.
So
I didn't have all my consoles in college.
So with the Switch, Breath of the Wild is my answer.
So far.
Yeah, so far it's Breath of the Wild. Otherwise, honestly, it's
Oh, you had the XL version? I still have the original from it first coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I pre-ordered my 3DS.
Yeah.
I have the original one. There's no C-stick on mine. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's just... And I'm amazed that the battery still has charge. It still charges, and it holds a charge. And it's... I got it when I was 15. When it first came out. Oh, God, I feel old.
The Mario Maker's Collector's Edition. Breath of the Wild looks amazing. Also, there's the only 3D...
3D
castles, but I can't remember the name. 3D castles? Like for the Switch? I assume the Switch. 3D castles. The Mario Maker Super Mario Odyssey was actually pretty good too. I liked that game.
I didn't like it as much.
It's not like the best Mario game, obviously.
No,
but like I like the little.
You like the hat.
I like the polish that they did with it, but I mean that's Nintendo polish. But I like the little bits of it with it that were great.
Oh yeah, I have a 128 gig memory card in my DS.
Treasure something, I think. Hold on. To Google.
Google.
Treasure.
Oh, was it Toad?
Was it Captain Toad Treasure Tracker?
Captain Toad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good game.
That's actually a really good game. I love that Toad finally gets his own thing. Not gonna lie.
I
love Toad.
I would have loved if they like fully voiced acted Toad though.
Just get Aaron Hansen to do it.
Yeah.
They could take every snippet from Game Grumps of him speaking like Toad and just throw it in there.
I would have loved to have I want that to be a thing. To be fully. Oh boy.
Whose ears did I kill? Other than yours.
I don't know. Oh, Patrick, do you know Game Grumps?
I would hope so. I'm kidding. That's one thing we bonded over.
I was more like it was actually more of the fact that she knew Ninja's sex party. That's what I was like. Holy shit! Really?
Oh, does that mean you're leaving, Max?
I need to wind down my day and get a few things done. Oh, okay. Thank you for stopping by, though.
Yes.
Thank you,
and
thank you for the sub. I stopped watching after JonTron.
Even though I wasn't, I think there's just too much grump with JonTron.
Yes, I started at 5. Oh,
ooh.
Yeah, go to bed.
I usually start my days at noon.
Yeah. You woke up before your alarm today.
I know, I was so impressed. And it wasn't because of my dogs.
I was impressed for you.
If I have to wake up, I do. Like, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow I'm going to wake up for.
I'm proud of you. Bye, Max. Thank you for stopping by.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so with the Switch is like... What's really nice is that the games coming out for the Switch are very...
Pat.
I woke up at 16... Blah? You know, if you're doing a 24-hour challenge, you should generally live stream that shit, bro.
But sleep is my favorite thing.
Oh, I'm hit or miss on sleep, so...
See, my issue is I don't like going to sleep, but once I'm asleep, I want to stay there.
An object in motion tends to stay in motion, while an object at rest tends to stay at rest.
Yeah, sometimes Kyle can't even wake me up.
Said a lot to do. I mean, I get
it.
But not sleeping over it? I don't know. Like I said, the only time I've learned my lesson, I'm only doing 24 hours if it's for like a stream or something.
Last time I did an all-nighter, it was probably when I was on that Assassin's Creed binge. where like I just needed. Go to school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had those though. Where. Yeah.
I couldn't not sleep when I was in school, or else I would have struggled. But I was in sports too, so.
Yeah, you had to sleep.
If I didn't sleep, I would legit die.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think the last time I stayed up did an all-nighter was when I was on that Assassin's Creed binge where I just could not put down the game and I'd beat one and I'd just go straight to the next one. And I always stop before Black Flag because frick Black Flag.
Black Flags.
And all the ones after it.
Except for the one that we were playing at the new one.
What? Well, yeah, that one's good.
Blah. What else did Nintendo talk about today?
Too much.
They talked about a lot.
A lot, but not enough.
Since I go to a class instead of okay. Actually, I wanted to talk about this because I like this game, and I have the cards for this game. For a long time, I was actually playing it on stream too. It was a Magic the Gathering Arena online was in beta for a long time, but they finally were like are coming out of beta and are releasing it to the masses as an actual released game, and I'm really excited for it. And I really hope that the bugs in that game that were there were taken care of, because there was a lot of bugs. I mean, it was in beta, so it was fine, but like, if it's not in beta anymore and still the way it is, it's no longer fine. I don't know if
oh boy, I don't know if that picked it up or not, but boy was that loud.
I don't know if the audio capture it, but my stomach just was mad at me.
I've been mad at you since you ate.
That's generally how it goes for me.
Oh. I feel bad for you.
I'm perpetually hungry, and whenever I eat, my stomach's mad at me.
I don't have that issue, except for my body's just not happy with me when I eat.
It's not normal. I'm not saying it's a normal thing, but nothing about me is normal, so that's whatever. Let's see. So they're releasing like all the SNES games on the Switch as well. Finally.
Not all of them, but.
Well, like a good chunk of them. They're doing like, instead of you having to buy the SNES port now, you can just get them on the Switch.
Yeah, because the SNES port really didn't do that well.
Yeah, and so I'm really actually excited for is the re-release of Doom. That's one thing that they talked about.
I'm super excited about Doom 64.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Re-releasing Doom 64.
I love Doom.
And I love the Doom series. It's the only
shoot 'em up I like, unless I'm playing online Call of Duty 2, the second one.
The
Black Ops 2.
Doom is okay, but do they have the Mickey and Minnie's Carnival something or another?
Oh, the Mickey's Mousecapades. Is that what you're talking about?
I swear, if they have that game, I'm going to play it purely because of game. Just because I want to see they probably polished it up since then, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they're like this.
Hold on, I got texted for hockey.
Oh. She plays hockey. She's a true Minnesotan. State of hockey and whatnot. But yeah. Yeah, zombies is the only thing I play on COD anymore.
I didn't like zombies.
Really? I feel like
I don't like how very defined it is.
That's like the whole point.
I know.
I've always said that if Call of Duty just released
zombies,
like just COD Zombies, like as a game, and had a full-fledged story or whatever just based on the zombies and still had online play, that would, like, I feel like it would break records for them. Like, just even if it wasn't that great, like just the sheer amount of people that bought it just because it's.
I'm starting to slouch. I can feel it. It's been a long day. I don't remember that one.
The Great Circus Mystery starring Mickey. I don't remember that one. I thought we were talking about Minnie Mouse or whatever.
Mickey Mousecapades.
Yeah. I don't remember that one. The Great Circus.
I don't know. I don't think they're releasing anything that they have to share copyright with. I don't think they're re-releasing anything because that means they'd have to pay Disney again to reuse it.
Yeah, probably. And boy, we know Disney.
We know Disney charges up the ass because guess where I'm going in December.
Yeah, Disney. It's the
expensive.
It's the two biggest companies that are put their stuff on high priority to the point where you can barely joke about them.
Oh, do you know why Kingdom Hearts wasn't put on a Nintendo system?
Why?
It's because Square Enix technically owns Kingdom Hearts, and they're stuck to PlayStation to Sony because they're technically owned by Sony. World
or Land?
Both. I'm going to World. That's where my dad likes going. That's where he prefers. I've never been to Land. I've only been to World.
I've been to both, and I don't know. I feel like they're the same.
Take it back.
No.
Take it back right now.
No, okay, I'm sorry. It's a money.
They're not the same. Thank you.
I mean, it's better. Listen. I love.
They're not the same.
I love the Disney stuff. Don't get me wrong. However, I just can't. I don't know if I don't like those places because it's just a money shill. That's all it is.
Well, the point of Disney World is because you're in what they call the Disney bubble and you forget all your problems. And it's also World is much larger. It is. And they have the Toy Story Land, and then they have the new Star Wars Land, and you bet your ass we got tickets to both of them, and they're only allowing a certain amount of people in at a time, so it doesn't get with people.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea that you have to pay $100 just to get in.
So
a ticket.
But then you don't have to pay for any of the rides on other carnivals and fairs. Yeah, you have to pay per ride.
Oh, boo. And then you have to wait 3 hours just to get on the goddamn...
But if you plan ahead of time, you can get Fast Pass and you don't have to wait in line at all.
Yeah, but that costs extra as well.
Not always. That depends.
No, it always costs extra.
If you're going on vacation, they set it up so it's actually part of your package.
Still, and I get that this is most places in general, not just Disney, but
Thank you, Pat. I'm glad you agree with me.
Like I said, I know this is most places, but the food pricing is ridiculous.
So how you get around that is you pack a backpack full of food.
They don't.
I thought
they don't allow stuff like that in there.
Yeah, they do. We pack full lunches and go in so that we don't have to pay for the food. We do that every time. And then we rent one of the lockers and put it in there. So then we don't have to carry it around the whole time. Every place you go, if you go to sports games, it's overpriced. You go to a concert, you go to just an event that has outdoor
literally any place that will not trap, but where you're gonna be for more than a few hours and you pay to get in, and you don't want to leave because then your ticket is voided. Everything's going to be more expensive.
The only issue with Disney, with that, is that they don't trap you in there. Your ticket isn't voided once you leave. You can go back in.
Right.
It's just that the closest food is over half an hour away.
Yeah, they make sure they...
Yeah. And like I said, make a packed lunch and you're fine.
Yeah.
And also bring your own water, so then you're not paying $4 for a bottle of water.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They make
Well, everywhere does.
They technically have to have water fountains. Technically,
they do.
Yeah,
but it tastes like shit.
Well,
so what you do is you get one of those those flavor shots that you pour into water to make you so you drink water more. You just bring those and the flavor's gone.
Well, I was gonna just more say
That is true. Yeah. I went to a lot of plays and things are overpriced. What you doing, boo boo?
I was going to say that they made even if the water fountains didn't taste weird, they made them so far spread out that it's just really hard to get to if you're thirsty or whatever. But no, I've been to both. I didn't say I hated the experience, but I went once and I don't see the point in going again, for me at least.
Until you have kids, or if you have kids.
If I have
you can
kids.
bet your ass on going there with my kids.
Big if on the 5 kids.
Look how long his butt hair is. Come here, boo-boo.
Oh, gosh.
Come here, Bubba.
Let's see.
Did you have one of those season passes?
I used to go every 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, you didn't... I was gonna say, didn't you, like... You live very close to there.
Yep, season pass.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you have a season pass, you gotta make worth of that thing.
You smell so good, puppy. You don't smell like jizz. Blame his brother.
I don't know if that sounds worse. It's a 4-hour drive.
It's worth it.
That's
worth.
Just in general, a 4-hour drive is not bad. It takes about 2.5 for me just to get back home to my parents. And
my baby.
So, let's see. Do we want to talk sports for a little bit?
What about them?
Either like baseball or hockey. Hockey's starting up.
Yeah, hockey's starting up in like 28 days.
Yeah. I don't like driving.
I drive 20 minutes to work every day, and then 20 minutes home, and then usually by the time I'm going home, it's rush hour. So make that 35.
I love driving. I could drive if I was just told.
I like how he's pushing on you.
I was told if I was told that I had to like drive, like just like go straight and drive and not I would totally do it. I love driving.
What's my favorite game to play when driving? Similar ETA. So you have wherever you're going up on your phone, on your GPS, and it'll say, like, give you options. Like, as you're going, it'll say, oh, similar ETA, and you have to take that way as soon as you see it.
For me, the game I would play is like, if it's like, this will take 2 minutes longer, you have to make it this as same time.
Oh,
like,
no.
You have to cut down.
That's breaking the law.
I do not...
That's speeding. How dare you?
Speed suggestion.
3 speeding tickets later.
Thanks.
The next time I ever got caught speeding was rushing Marty to the vet because he fell down my stairs and wasn't breathing. And then, and the guy's like, oh, I guess you'll be okay. You're really close. Go ahead. Because it was a Friday night that he thought I was drunk. But in reality, I was in pajamas with my dog screaming in the background.
I have made schedule 10:30 to 4 to avoid Russia.
I start work at noon, and sometimes I end at 3, sometimes I end at 6. Today was 6. Except for Fridays and Saturdays, where I have almost 12 hours of work.
Yeah, my work schedule continuously fluxes between morning shift and closing shift.
What are you doing?
At one point of the day, I am either driving home, or driving to work in rush hour.
I only work 4 days a week, so I edit when I'm at home for extra money.
Oh, I see. That's nice. I want a job where I can work from home.
That's why I'm doing editing, so I can be a stay-at-home mama. Dog mama.
Well, you'll always at least have me paying you for editing.
Look at this sad puppy.
So yeah, hockey's starting up in 28 days. The Wild got a new. On the podcast we're gonna try to make it about most teams, but it's mainly gonna be about Minnesota teams, where we live in Minnesota. So.
3 a.m. Oh, work.
Yeah.
I think he got tired of me. What are you?
28 days later.
28 days later.
Yeah, so the Wild got a new GM after 1 year.
After 1 year, because he traded away all his good people within, like... So it wasn't the fact that he made any big bad decisions. It was just a bunch of little bad decisions that turned into a bad decision.
Yeah.
Which was hiring him. So they fired him. And I don't know about the new guy.
I have no idea about the new guy.
No idea.
But thanks to the old GM, the Wild are in now a rebuild year.
Again. We've been rebuild for the last 5 years, yet we still made it to the playoffs every year but this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how good we're going to be this year.
We need to get Parise gone. Oh. Golden Knights are alright, I suppose. They're good.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. They did a really good job.
For an expansion team, they did a better job than most.
Well, yeah, they went to the finals.
Yeah, in the first year. Yeah.
What do you want?
Are
you pacing? What's that, bud? Don't have a minute there. We need to get rid of Parise, we need to get rid of Suter, and we need to get rid of Koivu. I'm sorry. They're all
too
old, slowing down, have too much money.
Speaking of Las Vegas is getting a football team and now a soccer team, and pretty soon probably a hockey team, or not a hockey, a basketball team.
I'm so excited for Seattle to get their hockey team.
Yeah, they deserved one. They deserved one for a while.
I can't wait till I move out there.
I thought you weren't doing that.
Not for a couple years. Okay, more like 10.
What? No, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, they are getting a soccer team. I don't know if they're going to get a lot of new stadiums real quick. Yeah, the football is the Raiders are going there, which I don't agree with.
Baseball? Okay, so straight up.
What?
He says he wants to talk about baseball.
Okay, baseball. Okay, I love baseball. And I especially love that the Twins are finally not a shit team.
But think next year of how much we're going to have to pay these guys to keep them with us. Of course, we're nowhere near the
stadium's right around the corner from. Oh, nice.
Awesome. Ours is like 2 hours away. We live so far north that we could practically be Canada. Mm-hmm. They don't give a shit about us.
Oh, yeah, you want a baseball team? Well, I mean, we can still talk about baseball. Yeah, I think they're getting one soon, like an actual MLB team. Although the MLB hasn't expanded in a while, but they want to, or at least like sell like some teams like the Marlins. They kind of want to get rid of because they don't do much anyways. At least trying to move them, see what that happens, and stuff like that. So I know they want to go to Las Vegas, and that's just because everything else is going to Las Vegas. And then honestly, I'm surprised Las Vegas hasn't had anything until now. I was really hoping that the stadium they were
more major league types.
Yeah, I know that sucks.
Aren't we all?
What isn't it like the area of like what the 51s or whatever? Like isn't it like a minor league team for Las Vegas? I thought that's what that was. I don't know who your affiliate is. I want to say it's. Yeah, that's. Oh, they changed it to the Aviators?
The name?
Yeah, I was correct. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, it's the A's? Okay. Alright, that makes sense. They were close by. Huh. Oh. Do you wanna?
Yes, go party.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I think that would be. I think Las Vegas just needs a few more teams.
A few more.
So, I think that's a good. Going for about 2 hours almost, so I think that's a good first episode. The length will just kind of depend on the day and how tired we are, I guess. But, yeah, so like I said, Wednesdays Wednesdays at night will be the podcast. We had a good turnout for our first episode, so we've been hovering above like 10 viewers all episode, so it was really good. So we'll keep going. Thank you guys so much. Don't go anywhere. We'll raid someone. Hold on. Who shall we raid? Raid. No, down here. Let us raid.
Rooster? I saw he was.
Actually, let's say she's playing Final Fantasy.
8 though.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Pools. Yeah, let's right here. That's fine. All right. Don't go anywhere. Let's get a decent party rating on her. She's a friend of the channel, and we in the raid.